morning students, welcome back to social class. Today we are going to learn about India, size and location. Very much important concept and quite interesting concept also. Okay. Let me ask you one small question. If someone asks you to tell your home address, how you people will tell? So you'll start telling from the door number, which cross, which main, which area it is, and which is your, the village, or it may be the town, or which taluk it is, which district, which state, finally which country it is, all those things. Yes or no? So, same question if we ask you, where is our India? Where it is located? Can you people tell me where is, what's the location of India? What exactly? So when we ask this question, we will start think twice. Yes or no? So that's the reason today we are going to learn about the size and location of India. And from your lower classes, you have learned very much important and interesting concepts like what is latitude, what is longitude, why do we need this latitude and longitude, all those things. Yes. Here we can see this imaginary lines which are passing from east to west or west to east. These lines we'll call it as latitudes. These latitudes are parallel each other. That means they will not meet each other. And the next it is from North Pole to South Pole. You can see some imaginary lines passing from North Pole to South Pole. These imaginary lines, we'll call it as longitudes. Guys, understood? By joining together, this latitudes and longitudes, we will get grids. So this grids will help us to locate where exactly a particular country lies. Guys, understood? Latitudes, longitudes, why it is so much important. So these are all imaginary lines on our earth. Yes, here we can see degrees of longitude. So as I told you people, these are all imaginary lines, okay. From north to south, the imaginary line which is passing, we'll call it as a longitude. This 0-degree longitude, we'll call it as prime meridian. Guys, remember, 0-degree longitude, we'll call it as prime meridian. So this prime meridian divides our earth into two equal halves. Coming to the right side, this is eastern hemisphere, and coming to the west side, that is western hemisphere. Guys, understand? 0-degree longitude, we'll call it as prime meridian, and this prime meridian divides earth into two equal halves, that is eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Okay, from this side, from the eastern side, if we passes or if we move, the degrees will start increasing, that is 0-degree, 15-degree east, 30-degree east, 45-degree east, the same way till 180 degrees. The same way left side, that is the western side also will start increasing, that is 15-degree west, 30-degree west, but here we can see the negative numbers, okay, minus 15-degree, minus 30-degree, minus 45-degree. Guys, understand? East also we will be getting 180 longitudes, and the same way west side also we will be getting 180 longitudes. Yes. In this picture we can see that it is an axis. Okay, as we all know that earth rotates on its own axis. Okay, here see the sunlight, how it falls on the earth. So here what happens, the same way from this, this area, if we are getting eastern side, if we are getting the sunlight, this will be a day, and the opposite side will be a night. Okay, so here we can see that the earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another. So longitude is very much important to calculate time and date. Okay, remember, longitude is very much important to calculate date and even time. So here, earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another longitude. Yes. In this, the picture we can see that these are all the temperate zones of earth. Okay, how we will be saying. For example, already we learnt about longitudes. 0 degree longitude we'll call it as prime meridian. Same way, here we are seeing the latitudes. That is, the lines are parallel each other. So here 0 degree latitude we'll call it as equator. Guys, remember, 0 degree latitude we'll call it as equator. But 0 degree longitude we'll call it as prime meridian. Okay. Same way, if it just passes above the equator, 23 and half degree north, we'll call it as Tropic of Cancer. The furthermore, 66 and half degree north, we'll call it as Arctic Circle, and here it is a 90 degree north pole. Same way, below the equator, 23 and half degree south, we'll call it as Tropic of Capricorn, and 66 and half degree south, we'll call it as Antarctic Circle. Okay. This region, this equator region from equator to Tropic of Cancer till Tropic of Capricorn will be called as torrid zone. So what is the meaning of torrid zone? Here in this zone, it is a very hottest places. We can see this portion will be so hot. Whatever the countries lies in this region will be so hot. Same way, the rainfall will also be more. Furthermore, if we move above this torrid zone, we can see temperate zone from Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle. Same way, south side also Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. This we'll call it as temperate zone. Temperate zone, it will not be so much of hot like torrid zones. Okay, and the same way, next if we move further up also, we can see frigid zone. Same way, below in the southern most also we can see frigid zone. So in this zone, here it will be very cool, it will be very chilled. Okay, because what is the reason? As we know, sun directly, the sunlight directly passes or falls on the equator and this torrid zone. So that's the reason this areas will be more hot. But coming to the next, sunlight will not be falling directly on this regions, and coming to the pole side and all, it will be very cool because sunlight will fall very less on this region. Guys, understood? These are all the very much important temperate zone you have to remember: torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Okay. And the next one is major latitudes. Okay. So what are the major latitudes we can see? So as we already know that 0 degree latitude is equator. In the same way, 0 degree, if we are having the longitude, we'll call it as a prime meridian. So after that, 23 and half degree north, if we are going up north side, that will be a Tropic of Capricorn. 66 and half degree north, we'll call it as Arctic Circle. 90 degree, it is a North Pole. Same way, if we come below that, southern side, 23 and half degree south, it is a Tropic of Capricorn. If we move, the further below that, the Antarctic Circle, that is 66 and half degree south, and the 90 degree south, we'll call it as South Pole. Same as we know, equator divides Earth into two equal halves. One it is the northern hemisphere and one more it is southern hemisphere. Guys, understood? You have to remember the major latitudes, that is equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. Next, yes, see here guys. So as we already know, 0 degree longitude is prime meridian. Yes, the prime meridian also divides the earth into two equal halves. One it is eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Okay, and next, yes, this here we can see that international date line. Why international date line is very much important? Why do we need this? Because it will help us to identify the date and the time of our countries. If we move to the eastern side, it will be a positive, the day. Okay, from the international date line, if we move towards the west side, it will be a negative, that is the minus. Okay, see, this international date line lies in the Greenwich, passes through the Greenwich of London. Okay, it passes through Greenwich, London. See here, the international date line is an imaginary line of longitude on the Earth's surface located at about 180 degrees east or west of the Greenwich meridian. So it is in Greenwich, it passes through Greenwich meridian, the Pacific Ocean. Okay, passes through Pacific Ocean, Greenwich meridian in London. Separates two calendar days. Okay, see, the international date line is an imaginary line of navigation on the surface of Earth that runs from North Pole and demarcates the change of one calendar day to the next. It passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean, roughly following the 180 degree line of longitude, but deviating to pass around some territories and island groups. Okay, to pass, it has got some small slots of deviations to pass through some islands and even the territories. So guys, you understood? International date line is very much important to get the two separate calendar days. Okay, because as we know, if we are having, for example, India is having, day months. In some other country, we are, in America, US and all, will be having night. So we need two different calendar days. Okay, fine. Next, this is very much important. Listen carefully. So this 0 degree longitude is the prime meridian. So we use longitudes to calculate time. Okay, see, in the eastern hemisphere there are 180 longitudes, and even the western hemisphere we are having 180 longitudes. You can see from 0 degree to 180 longitudes we will be having. Even from the western side we will be having 180 longitudes. Earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another. So, the Earth takes from 0 degree to 1 degree. If Earth wants to rotate from 0 degree longitude to 1 degree longitude, it will take 4 minutes. Same way. So, we have got 360 longitudes because 180 in east, 180 in west. So, totally 360 longitudes into 4 minutes, because it will take 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another longitude. So totally we will be getting 1440 minutes. Okay, by that 1440 minutes divided by 60 minutes is equal to 24 hours. That is 24 hours a day. Okay, one day will be consisting of 24 hours. In this way, Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So guys, you understand how the days are formed, how we are calculating 24 hours a day. Okay, hope you all understood this concept.